Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine. So yes, again back with English subject. Now, this is the video of recapitulation for internal assessment and this is the part 2. It means in yesterday's class I covered first unit of your marigold and the second chapter, that is nouns of grammar gate. In today's video I'll take the recap of Unit 2 of your marigold, that is flying together and teamwork, and Chapter 3, that is pronouns of your grammar gate. If you have gone through the syllabus, then you might know that from marigold you have 2 units, and then there's one Robinson Crusoe, which is for comprehension, and the 2 chapters, that is nouns and pronouns from grammar gate. So let's start first with unit 2 of marigold. Now in unit 2, first you have teamwork poem. Let us see what does this poem taught you all. Teamwork is a poem that teaches us great deal about how collaborating and working together can be beneficial. It is written by Jen Negro. The poem is very essential for students as it will help them become better team members. Now, basically, what did you learn in the poem Teamwork? We learned the benefits of working as a team, right? What are the positive points when you work as a team? How are you supposed to work when you are a team? The poem promotes the essence of partnership and teamwork. It tells the students that if we work together, there is nothing that can stop us from achieving our dream. Now, if somebody forms a group, somebody forms a team, but then all the members of the team says, we don't want to work with each other. Will you win? No. If you are playing cricket, you need all the members. One person cannot win the match of cricket. Okay, right? So the same way, when you are a team, when you work as a team, nothing can stop you from achieving your dreams. Moreover, it also tells us how the sharing of joy is also equally rewarding. The poem gives example of basketball game. Similarly, tells us that even relay races require teamwork for winning. Further, it states how we are all parts and makes up one whole. In conclusion, it appeals to everyone to work together. This way, we can become stronger and better when together than apart. So, yes, by giving different examples of a relay race, basketball, this poem teaches us the importance of teamwork. When you are in a group, everybody should be one, nobody is different over there. The moment you all think you are different, then you cannot win. Okay, so it promotes the teamwork, that when you all are together you are strong. Okay, when you have unity, when you are in a team, you are strong. But when you are apart, it means when everybody says that I'm separate, okay, though in group but they take themselves as separate, okay, then they cannot be stronger, anybody can beat them. Okay, so this is what the poem Teamwork taught us. Next you had the chapter Flying Together. Flying Together story revolves around a flock of geese and how they flew together to save themselves. A flock of wild geese live together in a tall tree. An old goose, which is very wise, starts getting worried about the small creeper that starts growing at the foot of the tree. He asks the other birds to get rid of it. So yes, Flying Together is a story about a flock of geese. Geese is a bird, my dear students, and flock we use as a collective noun. Flock means group of geese. So they were living on a tree. Okay, and one day what happened, there was one old goose in that group. He saw that on the roots of the tree, foot of the tree means on the roots, the ground part of the tree, the creepers were growing. Now you know what is creepers, they roll around the whole tree and reach to up, and they are very thick, Okay, so anybody can hold it and climb up on the tree. So the old geese said to other birds over there that a creeper is growing, please cut down the creeper. The wise goose worries that if it grows bigger, they will get into trouble. He fears hunters will be able to climb them and thus kill them. However, other geese do not pay much heed to his fear and carry on. As time passed, the creeper started growing stronger and thicker. It now starts to wind up the tree. So now the wise old goose, okay, the goose was very intelligent, and he knew that if this creeper grows bigger and bigger, any hunter can come, they can climb the tree and they can kill us all. But the other birds, the other geese, they were not listening the wise old goose at all. They all were taking him very lightly, so they did not pay attention on cutting down the creeper. So the creeper started growing stronger, thicker, and it started going around the whole tree. It started winding up the whole tree. So, thus, one day a hunter comes and notices the vine. He climbs up the tree by taking the help of the creeper and finally reaches the top. The hunter spreads his net over there for trapping the geese. Now, the geese realize that they have now nowhere to go. They also start regretting not listening to the old and wise goose. Now, what happened is once the hunter come, and when he notices that yes, on this tree there is a flock of geese living, okay, and that creeper was also there, it was easy to climb for the hunter also. So he climbed, he reached the top, he had spread the net over the tree so that geese, when they come back, okay, and when they settle on the tree, the net would trap it. Okay, now what happened, the hunter, he came, he had spread the net and he went away. Then when the geese, they came in the evening, and when they went on the tree, what happened, the net which was spread, all the geese, they got trapped in the net. Now all the geese were realizing the mistake of not cutting down the creeper when it was small, right? So now the old star they also start regretting not listening the old wise goose. So now everybody was thinking we should have heard what the old goose said. As the hunter traps them, they cry for help, and old goose comes to their rescue. He thinks cleverly of a plan which will help them to get out of there. So what happened now? The hunter already trapped the net. Now hunter knew that if they all get trapped in the net, they are not going to go anywhere. So they can come in the morning, take all the geese and go back. Right? So now till the hunter comes back, all the geese, they were crying for help. They were shouting, please help, somebody help, right? So the old goose came to help, and he was thinking of a plan. So he advised the birds to pretend to be dead. If they do this, the hunter will assume that they are dead and will throw them on the ground. So now what happened, what the old goose decided, he said to the other geese that what you all do, you try and act like as if you all are dead. Now the hunter, he did not want dead geese, right? He wanted live geese, and he wanted to go there, maybe sell or whatever he wanted to do with the geese. But he did not want, nobody will want a dead animal, right? So the old goose said, advised that you all of you act as if you all are dead, and the hunter, when he sees that you all are dead, he will throw you on the ground and not take you back. So now, thus, they carry out the plan as for the wise goose. In the morning, all the geese starts pretending to be dead. On seeing this, the hunter falls for it and thinks they are all dead as they are lying still in the net. Therefore, he starts throwing each of them out one by one on the ground. So now, when in the morning, hunter came back and he climbed the tree and he saw all the geese. They were still. Still means none of the geese was moving. Goose was moving. None of them was moving. So now, what happened? It means they all are dead. So what hunter did? He used to pick one goose. He used to see he's not moving. He used to throw them on the ground. One by one, he started throwing each geese, thinking that each of the goose thinking that they are dead on the ground. When he finally throws away the last goose, they reach the end of their plan. The old goose asks them to fly away, and as the last one reaches the ground, they all get up, start flapping their wings, and start flying together. So now what was actually the plan? They said he was throwing one by one, right? Now, the plan was when the last bird is thrown from the net and it reaches the ground, all of the goose, that is, all the geese, they plan to fly together in the sky so that the hunter cannot catch them. So they did the same thing, and when the last bird it fell from the tree, when it was about to reach the ground, they all got up and started flapping their wings, and they all flew together. So this is how, as a team, they saved each other. This is what, again, about working in a team is message is taught in this story, Flying Together. Now the detailed explanation of this video, that is line by line, okay, it's already taken, so the links of it will be attached. If you didn't understand the story, okay, if you still didn't understand the story, below links are provided. Go through the links, okay, for a better understanding, okay, so that you are able to appear the internal assessments. So here we finish with the recap of unit 2. Now we'll do the recap of the chapter 3, pronouns, from your grammar gate. Now what is the meaning of pronouns? Pronouns means the word that can be used instead of nouns. Now nouns, yesterday only we had a recap, right? What was the recap? Nouns, it's a naming word, name of a person, place, animal or thing. We give a name, right? Man, girl, boy, ram, book, table, chair. Yes, we give a name. So instead of nouns, the word that you use, they are called pronouns. Now instead of ram, you can use he, right? Now if you are talking about yourself, okay, will you take your own name? No, you say I, right? And I is a pronoun. So pronouns are nothing but the words that you use instead of nouns. Now the first topic in your chapter is numbers. Now number over here, we have to talk about singular and plural forms. Okay, how to be the singular and plural forms for personal pronoun, possessive pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, reflexive pronoun. Okay, so all of it we'll see one by one. Now personal pronoun. In personal pronouns, what will come? The simple pronouns that we use: I, me, he, she, it. Okay, all of it. So in singular, if it is I, me, you, he, she, what will become in plural? I will become you, we. Okay, me will become we, you will become you, you will be you only, he will become he, she, it will be the same. Okay, so in plural we use we, us, you, they. Singular we can use I, me, you, he, she, it, him, her. Okay, that is personal pronouns. Possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns, they show possessiveness. Again, I explained, it shows belongingness, right? So it will be always hers, ours, theirs. So you have s after every pronoun. Okay, the next is demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns is used to point out things: these, that, those. Okay, so this, that is for singular, these, those, that is for plural. Okay, reflexive pronouns. In reflexive pronouns, we have the same over here. What we can write, if it is her, what will be in reflexive pronoun? It will become herself, it will become herself, himself. So you have self added to it: ourselves, themselves, okay, yourself, myself, itself. So all that comes in reflexive pronouns. Okay, next you have the topic of gender. Now it is third person. Okay, now first person, what will be it for the first person? Now you know, if it is first person, how would it be? First person and second person, we always use you. second person we always use you, and first person we use I. For the third person only we have to take the pronouns, right? So if it is male, it will be he, him, his, himself. Okay, he, him, his, himself. Female, feminine is female, she, her, hers, herself. See, see, what does this mean? This is personal pronoun, possessive pronoun, reflexive pronoun, right? Neuter. Neuter means a non-living thing. Yesterday only I explained it, they, theirs, them, these, that, those. So all demonstrative pronouns, right? This is the possessive pronouns, okay? Personal pronouns. Clear? Now next you had case. What you had in case, you had a first person, second person, and third person. Now in first person you had this, second person you had this, third person you had this. It means in the first person all the 3 points were there, second also all the 3 points were there, third also all the 3 points were there. Okay, so now first let us learn as first person. In first person what comes? We know in the first person means we talk about I in singular and we in plural. Okay, so when you use I and we as a subject for the first person, in first person what comes? I, if you're sure you're not, you won't be able to see, writing it again. So I, we, right? Okay, so I, we, that is first person nominative case. First person nominative case. Now first person objective case. What is objective? It means your, this is, if this is subject it will be nominative. Okay, I, we, if it is subject it will be nominative. But when your first person becomes object it will be objective case. So what will be the objective case? I will become me, we will become us. Okay, and possessive is again, it shows belongingness. So what will happen? It will be me will become mine, me will become mine, us will become ours, us will become ours. So this is all about first person. Okay, nominative, objective, and possessive case. Now we will be talking about second person. Second person means we are talking about somebody else, not ourselves. Okay, so in second person there's only one thing, that is you. Okay, if it is nominative again you, if it is objective you, or possessive you cannot be in possessive this will become yours. In possessive it will become yours. Otherwise objective and nominative it will remain as you. Objective means it will be used as objective, object. Nominative means it will be used as subject. Possessive to show the belongingness. Okay, the third person, when we are talking about somebody else, okay, when we are not talking about the person who is present with us or ourselves, we're talking about somebody else. So in nominative when you're using it as subject it will be he, she, it. You see, it will be he, she, it. When it is objective it will become him, her, it. I know it is written very dirtily, but I'm using screen, okay, so that it is like this. But objective case, as object when we use it will be him, her, it, and its possessive belongingness his, hers, its, theirs. Okay, these are all the for the third person that we can use. Next, we types of pronouns. In demonstrative pronouns you have this, these, that, those. To point out something we use this, these, that, those. Reflexive pronouns, again as I said before, we are going to add self or selves, themselves, ourselves, yourself, myself, herself, himself. Okay, all these are reflexive. The relative pronouns, when you're actually relating about something, you use who, which, or that. Who, which, or that. Okay, so I hope I just have covered the general topics and what is actually there in it. Okay, the detailed videos of each topic of this chapter pronouns, that is attached into the link in the description box, so you can go there, you can understand every topic of your chapter pronouns. Okay, so all the best for your internal assessments.